Rebecca, Marino, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to see you. You're looking awesome.
Thanks.
Are you excited about 2021 and what it holds for you?
I mean, so far so good. It started off with a great season in Australia. Went a lot further than I expected. A lot of other people expected, but it was great to kind of kickstart the year with that.
Yes,
Get some momentum going, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of the year now.
of course. Yes, I mean that was an amazing start into the year, and well done on that. It must have been quite a challenge after. Did you have to quarantine when you got to Australia before you were able to train and practice, or how did that work?
Yeah, well, it was an interesting process because I had to go to Dubai first. That was where the qualifying was. So I played my qualifying there in a bubble that the WTA had created. So I didn't
Hmm.
get to see anything. And then as soon as I qualified, I had to take the next flight, go to Australia, quarantine for the 2 weeks. And then we began our tournaments.
Hmm.
And luckily, they had a few events for us. So I think I did about 3 events there. Came home to Canada, did another 2 weeks quarantine. So in my 2 months away, I did 1 month of quarantine, I think. So it's kind of crazy, but that's pandemic life right now.
Right. Well, I think it just shows the dedication and the drive and the love for the sport that you have.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do if you want to succeed right now. So I'm
Right.
happy to do whatever it takes.
Awesome. And so, how long was it been before the Australian Open since you've competed prior to Dubai? And
I think I was trying to calculate it, and I think it was around 17 months or so.
17
Um,
months.
yeah, so part of that was because of just a really terrible injury that I had to my foot. I tore the plantar fascia,
Hmm.
and that was well over a year of recovery for that.
Hmm.
And then just a lack of tournaments due to COVID and that
Yes.
sort of stuff sort of delayed the restart. And then I saw the opportunity for Australia, and I was like, okay, I got to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it took me so long. It's just injury and coronavirus.
Right, of
Not that I
course.
had it. I've been completely healthy. Just for
Yeah.
clarification. Yeah,
Well, that's good to hear that you're healthy. I'm sure your immune system is quite strong too, which is nice.
I hope so. Yeah.
So what did your preparation look like prior to heading out to Australia? And I spoke a little bit to Oda Jacob, who I know you worked with a little bit before as well, and through that process, and he had a lot of praises around your training and your commitment and your professionalism. So I'd love to hear from you. What was it like preparing was it out of Vancouver mostly?
Yeah, so I've completely based myself out of Vancouver now. I guess as of my injury in August 2019, I decided I wanted to be back in Vancouver, be with my family, various reasons. And
Yes.
yeah, I was able to luckily set up my whole training in Vancouver. I work with, like you said, Oded. I also work with Roberto
Hmm.
Brogina, and there's fitness coach Sergey Nazarov, and they all work together, and it's just a great tight knit team. And I just feel so confident and lucky to work with them. So that's who I've been working with in Vancouver.
Hmm.
They run the national junior tennis program here too, so it's great to just be in like a tight little family with some of the kids as well. And so yeah, I guess through the summer we were starting to train. I was ramping up that sort of stuff. We did some camps, and we were trying to be socially distant. So that's summer 2019, and then just leading up in the fall and December, starting to implement a lot more training, a lot more hours on court, doing some weekend work, and then a lot of match play. So transitioning from just like technical and just like getting myself fit again to getting myself match ready. So it kind of slowly progressed.
Hmm. And so, assuming that you had to play and train with weaker players than yourself, how does that work in a life of you where, there's very little, opportunities to play with players that are potentially at your level or stronger. And we know often growing up, we often hear from parents or for players going, you'd love to train with a stronger player, or, we need to play with people that are stronger, and clearly I'm assuming that wasn't the case with you.
No, well, I'm happy to play with whoever. Like for me, I need to just focus on what I'm doing, and so I
Hmm.
actually never think about whether the other person's weaker or stronger. I know everyone that I play with is talented and
Hmm.
deserves to be across the court. And I mean, I even trained with Philip Pellivo when he was here. He's much stronger than me, like some of the college guys.
Right.
So they kick my butt, and so that keeps my ego in check. So I'm aware that I'm not the strongest player out of BC. At the
Mhm.
same time, um, but yeah, sometimes we do like 2-on-1 drills if there's like some of the younger ones. Um, like the coaches are really good at making it work so that everybody can play with each other, um, and it's not an intimidating sort of thing for the younger kids if they are playing with the older pros like myself.
Right.
Um, and I also try to make them feel welcome and like
Of
I'm a
course.
normal person and I'm friendly and I'll chat with them, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's just about making the right training environment for yourself and having the right perspective. It's not necessarily who's stronger, who's weaker, because on any given day, some of these players could totally, they could beat me if I'm not careful. So I just have
Right.
to be appreciative of the time they give and the effort they give, and then make sure that I step up to the plate as much as they do.
Right. Right.